beautifuls, this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Elisa the Innkeeper, right? I think that's the name. Damn, he certainly went to fetch the guards. This is not a good thing at all. I do not want to be seen in this predicament. My prestige would suffer. Moreover, these papers are not completely lawful. Aching to seize this dangerous situation solved, the merchant threw the coins on the table as quickly as he could, and he hastily gathered his papers and said goodbye. I believe it is time for me to go, he said, disappearing from sight. Finally, I had the better of him. He was satisfied with himself. He smiled and backed the money. The merchant had fled so fast that he forgot to close the door. Such a nice sight for the prince, who could finally boast a victory against his rival. Yeah. So last episode, I was saying how the plotline is pretty slow right now. The people I'm forced to deal with these days. I really don't know what this game's about all of a sudden. He even threatened me with a sword for a few coins. The merchant was gone, however, the prince needed more than a little while before he could calm down and find some composure. Many people had seen that scene, and even if it looked like the show was over, they were still there. They still were there, muttering among themselves. Even if the situation almost slipped out of my control, I could turn the tide in my favor. It is really unbelievable that I suffered no consequences. He thought, completely distracted from the world around him, his eyes closed. Did you see what he did? Deplorable such ruckus. The noise in the room only grew. It was impossible for such a proud nobleman to ignore the words that were being openly said at this point. They regard me as nothing more than a criminal. Do you think that I should alert the guards? Yeah, I saw I'd be so embarrassed for now if I was in sued. Do you think we should leave? A prince behaving like that? I've heard his family is in shambles. What a dangerous juvenile behavior. But I mean, if I even ran away, they would say the same thing. Except, like, oh, look at that wimp, why'd he leave? Knowing that causing another scene would have certainly brought problems with the guards, the prince, with an inhuman effort, managed to ignore the affront. He seized his sword and left the inn without saying a single word. What do these plebeians know what I'm worth? Let them talk. It's no use wasting time with such people. It was still his pride speaking, whereas in the moment, a common person would certainly have had different feelings. Is it possible that nobility alone could change a person so much? Maybe I did cross the line there. He said to himself, fiddling with the bag of gold he had just obtained. I certainly do not care about the opinion of the common folk, however, that merchant. He said he was being generous. Is that the truth? Maybe I should ask him for more details. He was talking to himself, trying to find excuses for resuming to go after the man he just threatened to kill. Such twisted minds, these noblemen, especially when they bring themselves to making apologies. He left the inn not long ago. It shouldn't be too hard to track him down. His slow walk quickly turned into a run. As expected, it was really easy to find the merchant, who was walking along the way himself, fully immersed in this thought. He had almost reached the doorstep of his favorite inn. Clearly, he needed a moment of respite after that long and hazardous morning. Relieved of having escaped danger, it was a blow to him having to face reality again. I finally found you. I forgot to ask you for some important details. Stop. Damn, it's him again. At this point, he had reached Elisa's inn. Should he run inside and bar the door? Not a good idea, although in some way he really wanted to right now. Look, I really care about this owner of this inn. I really do not want to get into another argument here. What do you want? I know this inn and the innkeeper too. Let's go inside. I'll explain everything once we find a place to sit. Here we go again. The merchant, without replying, walks to the prince with a smirk on his face. Alright, as you wish. This time I need not worry. I have the uncertainty that in here you will never make a rush gesture like you did this morning. You'd never make a fool of yourself in front of the innkeeper. The prince felt cornered hearing those words. As usual, he let his instinct act in his stead, defiantly facing the merchant. He had already forgotten every intention of apologizing, of course. You think you've got everything covered, don't you? Naturally. He answered, entering the inn followed by the prince. I am a long-time customer of this inn. Everyone knows how much I care about Eliza. You need not worry, I will not make a fool of myself in here. At least I am confident that I will be treated with the respect I command. You should always remember that there is a very clear difference between the two of us. Alright. In this inn, my money is worth just as much as yours. If Elisa had to make any distinction between her patrons, she would do very well to separate me from you. Oh, for what reason? I'm a prince, and I am a merchant from Venice. Yes, well done with the castle you bought. I bought the castle exactly at the same time you sold yours. That's enough. I know who I am and I demand respect. Who's disrespecting you? You started this argument. I come to this inn because I am in love with the owner. Everyone knows this, and everyone must respect the fact that I am interested in her. This is golden. So you want to stop me from loving Elisa? For what reason do you believe that I am here in Florence? The prince was struck by this question. He actually thought that the sale of his castle was the only reason for the presence of the merchant in Florence. Apparently he was wrong. Oh great, but rest assured that you'll achieve nothing at all. Oh, and if I don't, what chance do you have? I can. You can't. Everyone knows Elisa needs my protection. Elisa needs money, surely not protection. Money. I have plenty. I spend 1 gold per day, my dear prince, and I regularly make her gifts, not require. I certainly do not flaunt what I do for her. You do not say what you do, but everyone knows. Answered the merchant with sarcasm. The prince had a hard time reasoning under pressure. It was well known. His irrational demeanor had repeatedly been the cause of unpleasant situations. Not everything is known. Of course it is. The waiter speaks about it. 3 silver coins per day. Speaking about waiters, I know one in particular. I don't like him. Seems like the innkeeper holds him in high regard. Too much so, in fact. It's possible she wants to marry him. It wouldn't be a bad thing. It's hard for a young woman to keep an inn all alone. As far as I'm concerned, if they marry, they will give her 300 gold coins. If she marries, I will be her protector, and I will do... Only I know what I will do. Come on, let's make her a gift, as good friends. Let us gift her 300 coins each. How much are these coins? Like, why are they so expensive? It seems a lot, but apparently it's a lot. What I do secretly. I know who I am, and I don't flaunt it. Such a fool, poor yet proud. They had been arguing for a few minutes already in front of the inn's entrance, so focused on prevailing on each other that neither of them saw the waiter near them. Excuse me, my lords. Finally, the waiter is here. I'm at your service, sir. Only sir? Who taught you your manners? Please forgive me. Tell me, how is the dear innkeeper? She is well, my lord. You dunce? What's with this lord? It's a title I use for that other guest, too. There is a huge difference between us. I can tell from the tips. Oh my jeez. He thought, trying to conceal a smirk. Tell the innkeeper I wish to speak with her. She should come to me now. Yes, His Highness. Is the title of your liking? Yes, it is good. You have known for 3 months already. You're so impolite. Do you want to see the difference between me and the prince here? Here, have this. I gift you a gold coin. Try and get one from his as well. It was a perfect occasion for our rich merchant, who finally managed to show off what he could do best, spend money. Without a blink, he took out his bag, the equivalent to a month's wage for a waiter, and he gifted it nonchalantly. Thank you, my lord. He replied, moved by the unexpected gesture. What about you, Highness? I don't throw away my money like a fool. Begone. You think you will defeat me with your gifts, but you will accomplish nothing. My title is worth more than all of your coins. You can spend as much as you like. Elisa does not care about you. With all your nobility, you think she has any admiration for you? What you need is money. Prestige and protection are more important. It is vital to command respect. When money abounds, everyone has respect for you. You don't know what you're talking about. Friends, what is this noise? Are you arguing? How did it come to this dispute? All of a sudden it was possible to see a new figure, a tall, strong man with dark hair and a proud aspect. Most likely a new customer who, once done sorting out his luggage, did not hesitate to step forward with great confidence. It's simple, really. At this point, I think it's easy to deduce that the persistence of this prince is due to the fact that he is in love with the innkeeper. I love her even more, therefore I insisted so that I would be swerved served swiftly so that I could offer my greetings first. In truth, there is no more futile reason for a dispute. A woman bothers you. A woman? What must I hear? In my case, there's nothing to worry about. I've never loved women. I never held them in any esteem, and always found them utterly impossible to stand. But look, the owner of this inn is an exquisite little person. If I love her, you can be sure that there is greatness in her. Truly, you make me laugh. What greatness might she have, which is not a peculiarity, but I don't know that word, of all other women? She holds a noble demeanor. It is enthralling. She is beautiful, has good wits, and great taste in clothing. All these things are worth not looking at. Nothing at all, sorry. I have stayed at the inn for 3 days, and the impression she made to me was nothing good. Pay attention to her. Spend some time with her. You will surely notice something good. You fools, it's just a facade. You believe her, huh? I'd never fall for that. Away with those, all of them. They moved mountains to find me a wife, but I never wanted one. This innkeeper, Elisa. I'll leave her to you, even if she was more beautiful than Aphrodite. That's what I always wondered in animes. Why are their fingers always like this? Like, what? Does anyone actually do that in real life? Before even looking at any anime? I don't know. I bow to your lordships. The argument was suddenly interrupted by the girl. She wasn't used to personally greet all the customers of her inn. However, she couldn't help but hear the knight's words, and those were finally enough reason to step in. Pride pissed her off. She was clean and smelled good. The mere sight of her was enough to hypnotize the prince and the merchant. Here you are, dear Elisa. I was just looking for you. I have some inquiries, not here though. Where do you want me, Highness? In my room. In your room, but if you need something, the waiter will serve you. My dear Eliza, I will instead speak publicly. I will not disturb you by making you come into my room. Aw, what are those? Exploiting the situation, the merchant took out of his pocket 2 earrings. Those are earrings? I thought those were rings. Clearly of immense value, and ceremoniously offered them to the innkeeper so that everyone could see and envy this gesture. Please look at these earrings. Do you like them? Diamonds, you know. Oh yes, I recognize them. I know about jewelry. They are yours if you will accept them. My friend, you are throwing that away. Quickly replied the knight, derisive? He looked confused but amused at the same time. These are quite trendy lately. Please accept them in the name of my love. What a madman! No, I'm sorry, sir. I will take offense if you don't. I don't know what to say. I mean, to be friendly with all my patrons in my inn. In order to not offend the merchant, sir, I will take them. Real smart. In truth, dear merchant, you just want to look good. Such public gifts, simply for vanity. Dear Eliza, I had to speak with you in private, just you and me. I am a prince. Why does he keep saying he's a prince? We know you're a prince. You look like a prince. So dumbfounded by the crazy gift, Eliza stayed speechless for a while, just staring at the earrings she was still holding. Surely she had no intention of pleasing the prince's whim this time. She was compelled to go to her room and try on that precious jewelry. I'm sorry, I cannot really right now. If none of you has any further work for me, I will excuse myself. Hey keeper, the sheets you gave me are not for my liking. If there isn't anything better, I will have to procure them myself. Sir, you will be provided better sheets. However, you should be more respectful with your requests. I do not have to compliment people I pay to work for me. The knight's tone of voice was so loud that it snapped the 2 lovers back to reality. Forgive him. He is a mortal enemy of woman. Poor woman. What did they do to him? Why is he so bad with them? That's enough. No need to go further. Change my sheets. It is fine if a waiter does it. Friends, I say goodbye to you. The knight's disdain for the others were evident as he walked away. What a rude, nasty person. He was not very courteous at all. Dear Eliza, not everyone acknowledges your merits. If you want to send him away, you just have to say the word, and I will have him immediately removed. And I will be happy to pay off all his outstanding payments with the inn. Thank you both, I really appreciate it. Actually, I have to excuse myself as well. I have to see a jeweler to find a necklace to combine with the earrings. Don't, Mr. Merchant. You deserve a lot, and I have no objection to spending money. I will see this jeweler. The merchant ended his sentence and left the inn. Curse him, he will kill me with his gifts. In truth, the merchant does too much. These people have money, some money, and they squander it without a thought. They are convinced that beautiful women like you let themselves be had with mere gifts. Well, I certainly don't mind the gifts. I would never give you the displeasure of forcing you to accept such gifts. Certainly you never gave me this kind of displeasure. Just as certainly I never will. I would almost renounce my nobility to be the same shoes as that merchant. So, loaded then? Oh, why? Do you envy his wealth? Huh? No, what wealth? For you, I'd do so much more. What would you do? In front of God, I would marry you. What did he just say? His Highness, the stingy prince, would marry me? Nevertheless, if he really wanted to wed me, there would be problems. I would not want him. I like actions. I don't know what to do with all the talk he does. If I married all of those who showed interest, now I would have countless husbands. All men who stay at this inn fall in love with me and immediately try to flirt with me. This knight, though, so rude, so brash, is he an enemy of all women? Poor soul, he never found a good one. Oh, but he'll find her. He'll find her. What if he just found her? I wouldn't mind the challenge. I tire of all those lusting after me. Nobility is not for me either. I would really enjoy trying to make this knight fall for me. Conquer this heart who so proclaims his enmity of woman. We women, we who are the most beautiful thing Mother Nature ever created. I'm so confused. Just 20% of our final game. We hope we will be able to complete our story and bring it to you as soon as possible. And this is the end of the demo. The Innkeeper, thanks for playing our game. This is part of our story. Credits. Well, we're not watching the credits. Okay, so now my point of view of this game. I read a lot of the reviews on Steam and it was highly rated, but for me as a person that plays a whole lot of visual novels, I still think it's lacking something. Because I'm not emotionally attached to this game like I would compare to a whole bunch of other demos I've been playing before for other people that call out to me or I just randomly find it. This isn't really up my alley, but maybe it'll be up your alley. But personally, it's not my thing. I thought it would be something cool because it's something different, getting to learn Italian culture and everything. And it is a demo, so I shouldn't like judge it harshly. So if you guys want to play it for yourselves and then tell me how you guys feel about the game, just like comment below. I'll leave the link to the game so you guys can download it. And if you have a Steam account, you can just look up Elisa the Innkeeper and download it there. And it'll just be in your library. Pretty easy peasy. But thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the future.